Hello to the world. It's Neil Barras here again with Ethanol1, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time here on many different topics of this subject and the subject at hand, so please bear with me and listen to some of the truth. As there used to be over 200 scriptures in the prophecies, however many were removed, which gives us now the King James Version of the Bible, which was written some 400 years ago. However, 600 years ago, a Freemason was burnt at the stake for heresy, and they infiltrated the Vatican and the monarchs and had the King James Version written to coincide with what they were doing. Now I ask you, if there's 7,000 years of history in the Bible, then why are the pyramids not in the Bible? But they are on the American dollar bill, because scriptures have been removed, such as, "He shall return in 70 generations to rule the earth as king." Regardless, the Queen has me bound on false charges, while David Hasselhoff, racing 120 cars around Europe, says dream, and it's all about hope. Well, I must say to you, don't do what they do, because I've stumbled across this saying that I found, and it says, call it a social contract. If the rich don't behave like assholes, the poor won't rise up and kill them. Well, obviously this isn't my intention, but apparently somebody has the intention. Now, Ethanol1 was written in 2009, and since then several countries have been disrupted and bombed, including Iraq, which used to be Babylonia, and Mesopotamia, one of the first places where a group of people was enslaved. Those people moved west to Egypt, where they were again enslaved. Syria and Libya, as they moved west to Dispersia. They went to Spain and Greece. All of these countries have been disrupted over the last number of years, which did not have to be, as I've produced a process and a plant to produce millions, tens of millions of jobs, and trillions of liters of ethanol fuel on the world market. There is no energy shortage, there is no labor shortage, there's a justice shortage. And it's the evildoers, as stated in Revelation. They wear the mark of the beast on their right hand. You would suspect this may be a ring worn on the right hand. They control all the finances, and all the law, and all the justice, and all the media. And if we step back to Matthew 13:38, we speak of Satan's seeds, and I will tell you, he is alive, and he is amongst you. His seeds are everywhere, and they have put themselves in positions of power, and they rule the earth. Now, I sent my business plan in late 2009 to Ellen DeGeneres, and she went on to claim world domination throughout the first several weeks of 2010 on national TV. And I had to contact the FBI to get her to stop, as I was already in contact with the Houston FBI over the Gulf oil spill, as everything I told my partner at work, Selwyn Baisoon, who made his sister my patent examiner, everything I said to him about the Gulf oil spill was enacted the following day. So I started emailing the FBI before I told them what to do. Therefore, the FBI has record of the vac trucks on the barges and beaches, which was my idea. the cutting of the wellhead when it was cut, told them not to cut it unless they were ready to install a new wellhead in an open position, which was done. The filling of that pipe vessel with fillcrete was my idea as well, and this was all sent through the Houston FBI. Now, there's another issue. This is going to upset a lot of people, because I don't believe Muhammad was a prophet. I believe Muhammad got all of his teachings from Jews and Christians whom he drove around with his camels, as he was a camel jockey. And he wrote down what he was taught, in which he contacted 1 billion people, which normally would not have been able to reach, being that the majority of those people are illiterate. However, I won't get into the gist of it. However, the final prophet is the returning son, and it is stated in the Quran that they say he will live 1,000 years and rule the world. I don't know if this is completely true, because that's not what I've seen. However, there is no pyramid in the Bible. But let me tell you how the structure of that pyramid works on the American dollar bill, with the all-seeing eye on top. That's me. And right below it is the devil's disciple, and that's Evelyn D. Rothschild. And I calculate the number of the beast was $666 trillion. He's invisible, just like that space underneath the all-seeing eye. Followed by the Illuminati, in which the word means, if you break it down, ill, to destroy by illness, the illuminated, enlightened one. The Rockefellers, the Sikhs, the monarchs, the billionaires, your leaders, millionaires and Freemasons, hospitallers, Teutonic Knights, unions, banks, and the general public. That's pretty much how that structure works from top to bottom. They control the world through fear and disruption and deceit and deception. The media fits in between the monarchs and the billionaires. And if the media owners don't like what the monarchs and the billionaires are doing, they can quickly put a stop to it. Publishing worldwide. Now let's remember that the scriptures clearly state that the kings of the earth will make war against the Lamb. And that is in the back of Revelation 17. Psalm, written by King David, Psalm 2, used to read, "Why do the Jews conspire? Their throats are like open graves, their hearts are filled with destruction, their tongues are filled with lies." But it now reads, "Why do the nations rage?" However, if you look up the word nation in a collegiate dictionary, it says everyone but the Jews. So this has completely been changed. And I told you before that I'm suffering from a illness in my foot. And in Revelation, under Pale Horse, it used to read, "They will control all the plagues and pestilences. These are your evildoers." There's a cure for, I believe, everything. How do they communicate? Worldwide, right in front of you, without you even knowing. They do it with colors and phrases in the media and on the TV. Some of these phrases about me include the words sunshine, the number 33, sun as in our bright sun, lamb and lamb chop. They use colors on their ties. Light blues for Ethanol1, white stripes, you'll count 3 of them are 33 3 and 3, 2 and 2, my birth date. I use a candy cane colored tie for Christians and Christmas. Silver is a good investment of Ethanol1 and the sun. Dark blue is conservative. Deep red is liberal. It's also murder or death. Pink is bail and release. Gold is in support of the Jews. And green is obviously money. I go into some of my family history, in which my family was exiled from England, but originally from France. And there was a man named Paul Francois Barras, B-A-R-R-A-S, who was exiled for appointing Napoleon in the late 1700s. This is the truth. And your scriptures have been altered for the rich to continue doing what they're doing, and that is ruling the world with lawlessness. I'll tell you, when I'm king, nobody will get away with murder anymore.